What makes a runner to become a chaser? What flips things? What interchange the play that the runner becomes the chaser and the chaser be kind of a runner again? I've watched a lot of videos on YouTube. There's so many saying you do this, you do that. I can assure you it's not what they say. I've come to conclude that a lot of people on YouTube, they are not even twin flames. Some they just have an idea, some they are just content creators, and some they talk about soulmate or Kamiko. Watch the video up to the end. Subscribe, leave your opinion in comments. If it pleases you, of course, you do what pleases you. If it's not good for you, it's okay. It's just life. So what makes a runner to become a chaser? It starts like this. In the beginning, you guys met each other and you entered into this nursery. I would say I can call it nursery, or maybe this early stage. Then from there, everything was beautiful, amazing. You can't even describe it. It's called the bubble phase. And all of a sudden, you started facing some challenges. These are challenges that other type of relationships like soulmate can sit and talk. But in your case, it wasn't like that, because whenever you sat and talked, quite okay, you talked one or two things, but the fear was already triggered, so you became careful. Now, on this relationship, there's nothing like being careful on twin flame. You can't be careful, because when you say you be careful, your friend is going to interpret it in a different way. You are hiding something. In short, on this relationship, you just have to be vulnerable. You don't have to mind what you say. When you mind what you say, the other person is going to sense that, and it's hiding. That's not authentic. Obviously, you know what I'm talking about. It's energetically. It's not something like you communicate verbally or by text. It's energy. So there is nothing that you can hide. When you try to hide, when you try to pretend, life is going to push you apart. Enough of that. Let me talk about what makes a runner to become a chaser. Of course, I didn't need to build a foundation before. So in the first place, the runner left because of the intensity. Wasn't ready to confront those owns and those insecurities, to confront those weaknesses. So when he realized that you are too powerful and you are coming out, you are holding the mirror, you are showing him things that he's not ready to confront, he didn't stand that. He left. He ran away. He never wanted someone to talk about that. And it happened that, I don't know if other people talked about it, but he never expected someone close like you, because he sees you to be someone who's very close than the parents, than the brothers and sisters, the cousins, whoever. You are so close. And when you talked about that, it was more triggering, because he thought you were going to understand and to narrate that. But no, you didn't spare him. And that was so annoying, so triggering, that he found no place where he can stand. More especially coming in from you. Divine Masculine views you as someone who is God, and you pointing them out, it was something that I cannot find the word to describe. So he couldn't find a place where he can stand. So Ifre, he ran away to go and hide Even though he left, he realized that the connection was real. But coming back to you meant to confront those things. So he waited. The psychic or the mind told him to say, wait until it goes down. Probably, let's call this like creating a threat or fear in you, so that next time you don't talk about those things, you just accept the way it is. But deep down, he knew that you're not that kind of a person who can take that. And at the same time, since this person put off, triggered something in you, the fear of abandonment, the fear of rejection, the fear of self-worthy. So, at the same time, there was this intensity of overwhelming emotions, and your awakening started. The awakening doesn't just happen one side. It's just the interpretation and understanding that differs. For the divine masculine views that as toxicity. You are just toxic lover. That's why he's facing those things. You don't understand. You are just rude. You are just whatever names he can call you. So he was testing the relationship. Since it's energetically, whenever you want to feel you open the energy to check if you are still connected. And he still felt that the loop was strong. The loop was still holding. As you stayed and started healing your trauma, your abandonment, all those wounds, because the reason why you were experiencing pain, the burning of the body, the boiling of the blood, the headache, it was the releasing of those energies. Now remember, energies cannot be released, cannot be destroyed. It can just be converted and is one of the reasons why mostly the teachers, they say you don't have to feel bad, because when you feel bad, when you are complaining, when you are doing, you are just reconverting the same energy back to the old energy. So you have to convert them into hope. You convert those energies into something new, into something that you want, something that you want to become. So divine masculine is used to that toxicity. And that's the definition he has about you. That's chasing energy. So when he went, I don't know the period that can happen in between, the period that can be in between, then all of a sudden he began to notice that the fire was no more burning like the way it was before. So he realized that, no, I think I've messed up things. This person has walked away. Though there's something deep in him that he feels there's something left here. We have unfinished business with this person. So, on the other side, other potential partners were showing interest and chasing him. And those who were buying the same ideas, the same thing that you rejected, others who were willing to take them without compromising, were there on the other side waiting and pursuing him. So he thought, I think let me just go for something easier than for something difficult, something that is challenging my being, challenging my character. So he went for something easy. But at the same time, he was never satisfied. The only person who could satisfy him is you, and he is aware of that. The more he spent time with other people, the more he tried to forget about you, the more he started remembering you, the more the memories became flesh, the more he could feel more and more of you. The way the brain operates when you try to force something or to stop something, let's say you want to stop thinking about someone, you want to force it to sleep, it means the brain is going to operate, is going to behave the opposite way. So, divine masculine is someone who operates in the ego of the mind. He uses the mind very much, the logical. That time, it can contact you, but you won't be certain what you want. Unlike the way people say, no, he's realizing, coming back and say, I'm sorry, it doesn't work like that, guys. Everybody who says that, they don't know what they are talking about. That's not the way divine masculine behave. What he's going to do is going to pick up a fight with you. He will start picking up fights with you. It's not because it's who he is, but that's the play of life. Life is using him. He's going to try to use all the methods that he has learned along the way in order to get something from something. He knows that when he pick up a fight with you, if you fight back, that means you still care. If you don't fight back, it means you are no longer interested. And those are the things that triggers him. He throws something on you. Instead of you picking up that thing and throw it back to him, then you just watch it. That hurts him a lot, and that makes him become so curious about you. How come you are not fighting anymore? How come you are not trying to control anymore? Now, I want you to be careful about this part where I've talked about control. There are two things. If you are just pretending, divine masculine is going to know this person is pretending. You and this person, you are the same wire. If there is no electricity in this wire, someone or a certain appliance, it's going to tell to say, oh, there's no electricity here. There's no way you can fake it like there's no electricity flowing into this wire. So you have to make sure your behavior and your emotions is exactly who you are. That means before it comes, you start affirming, you start telling yourself, say, I'm allowing life to lead me wherever it wants to lead, and I'm letting this relationship, if it's going to work, it's going to work. If it won't work, it won't work. You deal with all those things. So when he starts doing those things, he realizes that the way you are behaving and the emotions are just the same. That's so curious. That's so disturbing. To get more of your attention is going to create jealous. Sometimes it may happen intentional, sometimes not intentional, sometimes just the ego boost. He's trying to feel if he's attractive, if he is someone who is valuable. Sometimes he can even pass by where you stay. He will do a lot of things. Now that's confusion, that's awakening for him. Now, the fact that you've processed everything and you've come to understand that you and divine masculine are just one, and you are working together, so the divine masculine that you are seeing is yourself taking care of certain businesses along your journey. He is the one now dealing with those agreements, businesses that you signed up. Your soul signed up before coming here to come and take care. He has to finish them before you guys get together. You are taking care of those businesses emotionally, and he is taking care of them physically. The moment you understand that concept, that whatever is happening there is not love, is not any other reason but clearing the businesses, clearing them, the karma, clearing those ties so that it can finally get back to you, you are going to be happy of that reaction. And that's annoying. You expect someone to react in a certain way and this person react the opposite. It's so annoying. It's so, I don't know what I can say. So you sing him, then you'll be like, fine, this is good now. I can see the union is getting close because this person has begun to do things. He's sweeping the way, cleaning the place so that I can stand. so that we can have a room where we can sit, we can do our things. When you start looking at things in that way, those are things that triggers divine masculine to start chasing. Every time you are insecure, you are chasing, you are giving him an assurance that you are still attached, you are giving him an assurance that you still care and you still have the odd on you. So, when now you ascend into this 5D where you are not expecting anything, nothing is controlling you from outside, it pushes him to dive into those fears, those wounds, the things that he refused to confront the first time he left. He is the one who starts cutting those relationships because he is aware that he can never find someone like you and there's no one apart from you. And this time around, he has to do whatever it takes to get to you. You don't have to worry about that. And those are things that causes him to chase. I hope what I'm explaining to you is making sense. I know this is a very long video. I don't make videos up to this far, but the flow is just too much. Here, if he's got friends, family members that has been influencing him, this time around they don't matter anymore. Not even the father, not even the mother, no one matters. And is ready to slaughter anything that stands on the way. You don't need to help him. He doesn't want to help him. The moment you help him, you spoil everything. He comes back with full force to own his place because you've embraced your place. You've come back to where you're supposed to be, and he's got no choice. Everything that divine masculine does, they are for your own good, to make you realize who you are, to show you your place, so that you occupy the place you're supposed to occupy. Most we divine feminine, we occupy the place of divine masculine and he fails where to stand. So you have to get into yourself. You become selfish. You become protective. You become stingy. You become this thing is, and that's where now he starts chasing, like he will do whatever it takes. And guess what? When you become this person, you have this authentic, you are this pure and real, no faking. It's not you is going to ask him to say, come, don't come with the drama. He's going to think, he's going to figure out how to come to you. He's going to come with purity and truth. That's how it works. You cannot fake. For example, let me give an example. There is this hot object, maybe an iron, then you place it in altar. Now, if the altar, the abundance, if the altar is in abundance, for example, it's the sea, do you think you can change the temperature of the sea? No. Whether that hot object like it or not, it has to suit, it has to mimic the temperature of the sea. This is a reason why you cannot fake on this journey. You are the microcosmic. You are the one who have to mimic the cosmic dance. And you can't be smart, you can't lie. Every time you try to pretend, it's going to expose you. Things won't work out for you. You just have to change. You just have to become Leo. So if you are pretending like you don't care and you still care, it won't work. I'm not saying you shouldn't care, but surrender. Let life handle the business. If he comes, it's okay. If he doesn't come, it's okay. Just be you. And that's very triggering for the Divine Masculine. I hope I've said something resonating with you. Yeah, of course, if it pleases you, like and subscribe. Thank you.